Guys, we're here, City Fan TV. To see people leaving, see him leaving, very unhappy. Once again, didn't turn up. Bottom line, who are you going to blame? Who are you going to call? You can call Ghostbusters. I put that on Pep. Sorry, Pep. There's no escape. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. You know, you put the extra attacker on, and we get caught out defensively. There's no excuse. Absolutely no excuse. Where are those? Oh, mind me language. Those happy clappers at half time. Yeah, Kyle Walker and his mate. Yeah. What was it? Oh, don't worry about this. We've got this. Sorry, guys. You know, I'm sure Man City won't listen to this, but guys, you know, you got some absolute donkeys on stage. All it is crap opinions. So Aguero crying there. Aguero's crying his eyes out. It's what it is, guys. But no, it's poor. It's poor from City. Not even bother leaving the specs on. It's that bad, guys. Andy. Oh yeah, you can't argue with that. You can't argue with it, Andy. There's no question about that. Whose fault it was. Look, you know, I said I can't part of me like the idea of Sterling, but he's been. Look, let's be honest. Sterling's been crap. Okay, all right, crap is a strong word. But Sterling has been rubbish most of the season. He has. There's no question about it. Sterling has been bob most of this season, and he showed it again tonight. No skill, no technique, no creativity. He relies on far too much on pace and over a short distance. We saw he had that chance in the first half. Useless. I can't say more than that. Useless. And I said if Pep picks him, what you don't do is not play Fernandinho. I put a tweet out earlier on, guys. I said a trapeze artist, yeah, you know, in the circus, a trapeze artist has a net underneath him. Because 999 times out of 1,000, they don't need that net. 999 times out of 1,000, they complete that jump and they get caught by somebody else. 999 times out of 1,000. And on that 1,000th time, when they miss, you need that net. That net is Fernandinho. Okay? Fernandinho is our net. And we needed that. We needed that. We needed Fernandinho. We needed him. We needed Fernandinho there. In my opinion, anyway. We needed him. It's great as you exit now. Big blockage now. As 4,000 people try and cross the bridge. I know there's no one here. Everyone's probably at home crying after what happened. Don't need this. Everybody's probably crying. Look at thousands of people trying to get out through this bottleneck now that City have created. Because there's only one exit and it's over the bridge. Now everybody wants to go. So your crowd is, you know, it's not so bad when you arrive here because, you know, there are people, you're coming through at 6, people coming through at 7:45. I saw people like they were coming in, whatever. But you get people coming in over a period of time. When everybody leaves together, you got one exit, and that's the bridge. Sorry, guys, I've missed some messages. Deja vu, guys. Look, end of the day, I said, okay, I'm not happy about fireworks going. Like the Chelsea fans and Manchester, Man United fans, both Manchester teams, okay, get beat in Europe. Bottom line is you do not play Sterling. Sorry, Fernandinho. I don't know how they are because there's no alcohol here. don't play that side. You don't play with that Fernandinho, his safety net. And Sterling was rubbish. And look, in my opinion, at half time, Sterling should have been pulled off. He should have been pulled off at that time. It should have been Fernandinho should have come on. But when Fernandinho did come on, yeah, I think he helped our shape and structure better. Helped us in defence far better. Sorry guys if I'm not reading your messages and I'm not that loud. It's a bit disappointing. It is disappointing the way we did that. Oh, walk across that bridge. Yeah, I can't believe that. You know, first team that scores wins. You don't get many goals, and you don't play without it. You don't play without a DM. Someone like Fernandinho. So all those people now, let's look at it, okay? All those people now who are bigging up Zinchenko, he's wonderful, and is all that I've been saying since he's been here and playing left back for 4 seasons. He has that mistake in him. He has that error in him. Let's turn it round so you don't need to see me, and I can see where I'm going. You can see the fans. Look at that. Oh, look at that. One exit. So, Salah pop to the side. Look at that, guys. One exit. Pathetic. Yeah? You don't want to crowd together. You can see that. You see that? One. The only way out is over that bridge. And look at it. Yeah, and we're in an area. Sorry, guys, you can't really see it. We're in an area where, not too far from where all the, this variant of concern is, and to get everybody crammed on that bridge. All right, it's probably going to be all right. Let's be honest, it's probably going to be all right, but still, it's not great. Not saying much, guys. Not saying much at all because it's disappointing. It's that disappointed by what's happened. You know, look, I said it before the game. Chelsea are a good side, so it happens. Sorry, guys, my fingers there. Always. Just put your messages up. Can't deny Chelsea. I mean, I said at the semi-finals when they're all giving City the plaudits, when they were saying City are going to cruise this and all that. At the time, I said the team that looked the best in the semi-finals were Chelsea. The way they played against Real Madrid, I just thought they're going to do the same against us. They rely on that formation. Those players at the back, they rely on that structure. They're not going to give us too much, and we're going to have to work really hard to get anything. And the way they played against Madrid, they could have had 4 or 5 goals easily, in my opinion. They were miles better. They had a control, even though, when Madrid had it, they weren't doing much, and it's exactly the same as us. When we had it, we were doing nothing. We were doing nothing with it. And when they had it, they ripped us, man. They ripped us. They used that pace. I warned you. If you watch that preview I did with Rob Pratley, I said Werner out left with his pace. That's going to cause us trouble. And that him moving out there created that huge hole, that Fernandinho-sized hole. That's where he'd have been. It created that hole and that space for Havertz to run in. Zinchenko switched off. I mean, so many mistakes. Zinchenko switched off. 3 players went backwards away from Mason Mount. Nobody went to him to try and stop that pass, break it up. I don't know. It's a little bit of lack of I don't know what the right word is, football thinking. Why are you letting this guy have so much space? Yes, they probably didn't expect that gap, huge space to be there, but one of them had to go. You can't just all run away, from the guy. All right, Carl. So now just, guys. They don't. There's no way. Look, I actually said before the game, if we lose, actually, I was on the radio on Thursday or Friday, and I said, because I didn't go to Porto. I said, if Pep stays another 2 or 3 years, we'll get more chances. There'll be plenty more chances, and I'm sure there will if he stays. But not many teams recently have come and won their first Champions League final in their one in their first appearance. So yeah, it's really, really disappointing. Everybody's down, subdued, and the worst thing is, it's 10 o'clock. Asda's probably closed. Can't even go and get something to cheer yourself up with. Plod on. Massively disappointed. Yeah, I totally agree. All this time, but it's not just the false nine. It's not. It's we didn't have Fernandinho or Rodri. We had no one there. Look at where we've been. Look at where we're going. Gutted, guys. Massively gutted. All those people. I don't know where they're parked. It's going to be a nightmare to get out of the car park, isn't it? You can just see all those. Can you see? You might be able to see all those red lights. People trying to get out of the car park. So not only did we lose with an insipid performance, you got to queue for ages, and I know I'm about as far away as I can get from the exit as possible. Just makes it worse. People tossing their souvenir program or whatever it is that they give us, tossing it in the bin. I'm not going to read your comments, guys. I'm just going to stick them up. Yeah, look. Pep's done. This is Pep down to a T. Pep down to a T. He's gone too gung ho with that extra attacker, and he's not changed it when you know it's not working. You know Sterling's not working. If you want to use his pace, where Sterling's got the opportunities when he's against somebody else except Reece James, because Reece James was the guy who had the pace. He needed to be up against somebody else, maybe put him down the middle, put Foden out left. What's been working? Foden out left, Mara's out right, KDB down the middle, or Jesus down the middle, and he insists on playing Sterling out left, asking for trouble. Gutted, man. Gutted, guys. Can't even shout about it. Looking at that flipping car park. Can you imagine taking another half an hour to get out of that car park after you've played like that, lost like that? I can't even bother doing normal interviews. Let's put the comments on. Hey Faris, let's have a look what you're saying. Very hard to take. Worst game to lose is a final, but we can't ask for change and say the team needs major changes. Oh no, look, the team doesn't need major changes, okay? Now, we've been asking to get better. We've been asking to get better, and I say left back. You need a left back. You don't play that guy there who switches off. Look, it could have easily. Look, let's be honest. It could have easily been Walker switching off tonight. You know, Walker's done it in the past, so we got fullbacks who switch off. Chelsea played the system, the strategy, the structure, and everything that they've been playing all season. And we changed for the final for them. And my man Waleed Hope said, can you send me some videos from the ground, from the CFA, so I can use them on my channel? He just sending me a message to say thanks. I said, the videos, there's nothing on the videos, man, because everybody's so quiet in that second half. Everybody's so quiet. We've got Gareth Taylor. We've got Gareth Taylor. Guys, I'm with some of the
champions of England.
Champions of England. We know what we are. Yeah.
That's when the rag starts.
It was disappointing. We never.
Too slow.
No for me, no Fernandinho. No Fernandinho. I said my analogy is even a trapeze artist needs a safety net. And 999 times out of 1,000, they don't need them. But on that one occasion, when they fall, you need Fernandinho there. And we didn't have him. We'll be back. We will.
On the bright side, you didn't put Mendy on.
Not sure if that's the bright side. Well, look at the bright side. We've got half an hour to get out of this car park.
Take me half an hour to find a car.
Well, what you do is just stand here for half an hour. Then when everybody's gone, you'll be there.
You come out that gate.
I'm not. Well, fine. See you guys. Take care. Yeah, those guys from the Fisher Supporters Club. Guys, I know you're hurting. I'm not going to put all your comments on because I have no blooming idea where my car is. That's the first thing. Darcy, yeah, Sterling was. I think the word you're looking for is shite. We needed some options. We needed some change. You know, can't find my car now. It's one of those where you think, do I just wait till everybody else has gone and I can find my car? No pigging idea. No idea whatsoever. Didn't think I parked that far away. But the queues are just horrible, so let's go through your comments, guys. Yes, look, let's try and stand back now because it's difficult to think properly while you're walking. You're trying to be quiet. You know, I don't want to be noisy and all that. Error number one for me. No Fernandinho. That's a glaring error. Okay, for a Chelsea side who are relying on pace, who are relying generally on the counter-attack. So not having Fernandinho, huge. Not having him, huge for me. That was massive not having Fernandinho. That's error number one. Error number two, leaving Fernandinho on past halfway. Sorry, leaving Sterling on past halfway. Sterling was Bob. Okay, Notch. So there's two things linked in with that. Okay, two things linked with Sterling. One was the first thing. I'm in my car now. Just gives a sec, guys. The first thing. Okay, first thing for me about that decision to leave was play Sterling. That's fine. Okay, you know what my feelings are. Probably not sorry, I'm just going to fiddle around, guys. Okay, I'm just in the car. Probably not my first choice, you know that. But when you realise Sterling's not working, take him off. When you realise that you need that Fernandinho for that control on the break, so first of all, he didn't start Fernandinho. Okay. Second of all, let's see if I can get a light on. So first of all, he didn't start Fernandinho. So that hurt us. Okay, not starting Fernandinho. That for me, that's a mistake. Don't know if you can get enough light there, guys, but not starting Fernandinho, mistake for me. Second mistake. So first of all, you haven't started Fernandinho. You played Sterling and you didn't take him off at half time. So Sterling was rubbish. He was not contributing. He faded fast. So Sterling should have gone at half time. That's the second. And Fernandinho should have come on. So that actually is kind of like 3 errors there. Mahrez did nothing. You know, I want to see our friends from Algeria, what they've got to say. Let's take this. Let's see what our friends from Algeria have got to say about Mahrez. Sterling should not have started the second half. Okay, who'd you bring on? I don't know, but someone deserved better. Someone deserved to come on. Defensive minded, then attack. Gundogan is attack minded, then defense. Yep. What did I say, Faris? I've said it. I said it many times. As soon, and you can go back to when KDB was in. As soon as KDB comes back, KDB tonight wasn't good enough. Okay, and I've said it for so long, and people don't hear me because there's not many people listen to us. But I've said it so many times. KDB gives us those moments of magic, but he doesn't control the game enough. And I've said Cancelo, his form dropped off when KDB came back. Gundogan, his form went down when KDB came back. And KDB, for most games, it's not going to make a difference. But on some games, it is like tonight. It made the difference. KDB did not do what we needed from him. He did not contribute. Hardly did anything. None of these amazing passes. And actually, it was the way Chelsea set up. It was difficult to make those amazing passes. Now, here's the thing: if Pep wanted to do something dramatic, something different, you start with that KDB. Now, no one would have guessed that, but we're a better side without KDB than with him, and that's a crazy thing to say. I don't think Bernardo Silva was poor, AJ. I don't think so. I think he did what Bernardo Silva, for me, did what I expect Bernardo Silva to do. Look after the ball, run around a lot. The problem was there was no space to work in. Chelsea, there was a graphic when they said at half-time, I think they showed us the team. They had 5 at the back. It ended up with 5 at the back, 2 in front of them, and 3. 5-2-3 they were playing, okay, at that point that I saw. And they said there was 17 yards between the defence and the attackers. 17 yards. There's no space to play in there. That's where you need. Look, tonight was crying out for someone who could take several players on. It was crying out for a Messi. Tonight was crying out for a number 9. And we had neither. A big, strong, powerful number 9. We had neither of them. And it hurt us. Should we sell Sterling? Well, on Twitter, I said I've been valuing him at 100. I mean, then I said I'll take 75. I'll take 60. You know, here we go. Do you think Sterling didn't step up? Sterling is relying on his pace. I've said it for years. Sterling relies too much on his pace and not on technical ability, not on a little bit of skill and trickery, and trickery to beat his man. He relies far too much on pace. And against someone like Reece James took the mick out of him. Wan-Bissaka, he does it to him as well. Someone who's fast or clever, and Raheem Sterling has no chance, generally, no chance whatsoever. So, you know, what do you do? Some of this is on Pep, some of this is on some of the players. You know, KDB didn't step up, Sterling didn't step up, Mahrez couldn't do anything. I mean, Tuchel got it right against Mahrez. Every time Mahrez got the ball, Chilwell was right up against him, fouling him or putting him under pressure so Mahrez couldn't run at him. Chilwell didn't want that at all. Harches offload Sterling. Bringing Kane and a top left back at the minimum. Wow, Faris is saying get rid of Sterling. Is this the first, Faris? Are you agreeing with me? We need to sell Sterling. Yeah, Kamazat, Foden had to play either. For me, Foden had to play left wing. I don't actually know where Foden was playing. Was he playing attacking midfield? Foden had to play left wing because that would have given Reece James something to think about. Foden is not relying on pace. Foden is relying on skill, technique, ability. Yeah. If we played Sterling in the middle, then we'd have had Sterling with his pace going at their centre-backs who are not as clever as Reece James. Reece James had a good game. Joseph says it's on Pep. Thank you, Marlon. Reece James wasn't excellent. He just had he did what he had to do. You wouldn't get it. So you can't knock Reece James. I'm not going to ask him to leave, but if he wants to go, I'm driving him. Oh, if you can get Kane for 120, go for him. If you can get Grealish for 70, go for him. We need a rebuild. This is where I'm thinking. Is this team going to get so much better next season? Are we going to, with the same players, are we going to get better? See, if you evolve, if you naturally get better year on year, yeah, then I can understand. You say yes, these players, but Sterling's going backwards. Mahrez, he dropped one tonight. He was bang average tonight. I'd have to watch, and I don't want to watch the game again to tell you, give some proper scores. But is this a team that's going forward? Foden, yes, Foden is improving. So he will get better. He will make our team better next year. No question about that. Is Mahrez going to get better at 30? I'm not so sure. KDB, how old is he? 29? He has to give us more. Gundogan's 30. He had a great season. Will he get better? Can he get better than he was this season? I don't know. Stones and Diaz, I'm not going to knock them. Walker, he's 30 as well. Okay. Cancelo, okay. Can Cancelo get better? Yes, I think he can. But he needs it needs to change to make Cancelo better. And as I said, go back and look at what Cancelo's best performances, his best run of games was when KDB wasn't playing. Same with Gundogan. His best run of games when we played the false nine and KDB wasn't playing. We ripped teams apart. Absolutely ripped them to shreds. So, left back, is Zinchenko going to get any better? He's not going to be good enough at left back. I said that before the game. I want a left back who is first choice. Miles better than Zinchenko. Zinchenko can be back up. So, if I'm looking at this team, I want a better left back. I actually want a better right back as well. Okay, you're asking me what makes this team better? A better left back, a better right back. That's two places that we need to work on. Another attacking midfielder, someone who gives us something different. That's what Messi would have brought us. And anybody can say, oh, he's too old and all that. That's why I wanted Messi. For games like this, you give him the ball and say, take people on. So we need a striker. I want another different kind of attacking midfielder, another dribbler, two fullbacks. If I'm honest, I want two fullbacks, an attacking midfielder, and a striker. That's what I want, and I want a couple of players to go. I'm sorry, Sterling, keep him as on, but Pep has to change as well. Pep has to change, and I suspect he's got a lot of yes men on his team, on his bench. That's not good for us. Let's try and get your comments up, guys. I thought we'd win, Marlon. I honestly did. But Pep dropped a bollock, man. No, I think he's worth more than 40 million. I know you don't want him. Oops, I got a lot of messages. I know you don't want him. Sorry, the team has to be built around a top striker, and Rodri, in my opinion, they should set things in motion. Well, Rodri played a lot of those games when we were good. Yeah, it was tough. This was on Pep, says Beyond Ultra Gaming. Striker left back is a priority, then an attacking midfielder. No DM if an. Yes, stays. I know what you meant. Oh no, I disagree. I disagree. You wouldn't get it. I don't understand why sometimes Cancelo dives in, why he makes bad decisions. Because I've seen Cancelo make fantastic decisions, save us when he's the last man. I can't remember the game now. I mentioned it many times at the time for the next few games, where he was the last man and he sprinted across and he saved us. He got the ball, knocked it wide, and put a decent cross in as well. All in one, few seconds, and he was really, really good. So I don't understand why sometimes he's great and sometimes he's Bob. Actually, this has moved a lot quicker than I thought. 10, 15 minutes and it's almost come. But you got to remember, there was only 4,000 fans here. So how many cars? Less than 2,000. So Sterling doesn't have the fighting spirit. Yeah, he was rubbish. Sterling is not good enough. If you're asking me, who would I get rid of? Who would I get rid of? Who would I get rid of? I'd honestly, it's too knee jerk because Mahrez has had a decent season, but when it mattered, he didn't deliver. That's massively disappointing. Massively. But there's positions we need to work on. Mahrez has had, once again, you got the situation where Mahrez has no pressure on him, really, because he's first choice right wing. But playing Sterling on the left instead of Foden, Foden's been brilliant there. I think that's wrong. Guys, I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to call it a day, guys, because car park's nearly empty. I'm going to get going. I know there's a lot of people on, but I'm down. I'm down as well, so I'm not in the great mood. I want to get home. Try and get home before 11. Guys, look after yourselves. Catch you tomorrow, guys. See you around Blues. We'll be back.